All right, the Chicago Bears are active, surprisingly, at this time, as they make not one, not two, but three roster moves, which I will be getting into right now. What is going on, y'all? Phosphorus all back at it with another video talking some NFL here to talk about the Chicago Bears. So if you're a Bears fan, guys, please do hit that subscribe button down below. Would really appreciate that as we talk about these roster moves here that the Bears have made, which, kind of surprising at this point right now with, a little dead period of free agency with it being over and then, gearing up for the draft. But yeah, we can dive into it real quick. Before I do, if you guys have not, go ahead and check out my video with the great Nicholas Moriano, who covers the Chicago Bears. He was fantastic, man. I had him on the channel. Dropped a bunch of knowledge, man. Just a 20-minute packed episode of Bears Nuggets. So please go ahead and check that out and support his channel. Links are in that video for that. All right, hopping into it. The first move the Bears made was signing quarterback Case Keenum. All right, this was unexpected to me, but let me just say that the notion of the Bears wanting a veteran quarterback was not unexpected. I just didn't think it was going to be Case Keenum being the guy. So Case Keenum, 37 years old, has been in the league since 2012, so a long-time veteran. They signed him to a one-year deal worth approximately $3 million here. And last season, he was the backup at Houston. Didn't get on the field at all because C.J. Stroud was never hurt. But yeah, man, he's been in the league for a while, has been the backup in the league for a while. And he was most notably known as the quarterback of the Minneapolis Miracle, the Minnesota Miracle, whatever you want to call it, when he threw that game-winning touchdown to Stephon Diggs. So, yeah, Case Keenum, let's talk about him. So, like I said, surprised that it was Case Keenum as far as the veteran quarterback. But it's okay. It's a solid move. Case Keenum is a professional veteran quarterback that is going to, be a good backup, be a good mentor to Caleb Williams. Now, as far as how good of a mentor, I'm not sure about that, because if he mentored C.J. Stroud last season, he didn't do a good job. C.J. Stroud regressed, but obviously I'm not going to point that to, Case Keenum. That's more of the offense, Bobby Slowick, the Texans themselves, more so than Case Keenum. So overall, I think it's a solid signing, taking Case Keenum as a veteran quarterback, though I think I would still have Tyson Bagent as my QB2. Bagent to me is just better at this point, but Case Keenum I think is going to be the quarterback 3. So nothing wrong with always just having a reliable veteran on the roster, just to, be a mentor to the guys, because both Caleb and Tyson are both, young guys. So to me, I don't mind this at all. It's a one-year deal. You're just helping get some mentorship in the building. So I like the move. I think it's solid. I've got no issues with it. All right. The other move that they made was they signed wide receiver Miles Boykin to a one-year deal. So Miles Boykin, 6'4", 220 receiver that has, been in the league for a number of years now. And his best season, it was in 2020 when he had 19 catches for 266 yards and 4 touchdowns. He's a guy who is going to provide some quality depth on the wide receiver chart. And honestly, at this point, man, I think the wide receiver room is pretty much set, right? You got DJ and Rome as your two main guys that are going to get the bulk of the football. And then after that, you signed Olamide Zaccheaus, who is going to be the wide receiver 3. Not the third receiving option. I think that's still Cole Kmet, but wide receiver 3 is Zaccheaus. Then you signed Devin Duvernay. You also still have Tyler Scott. And now Miles Boykin. So that's 6 guys on the roster. And Miles Boykin is a guy who is a quality run blocker. He can play special teams. Do you see that trend with Ben Johnson? He likes guys that can help and block in the run game. So as far as his receivers, so that is essentially what you're getting here. So it's also a good signing here. Miles Boykin is a guy who's a veteran, and he's local to the Chicago area. Look, he's a depth signing. He's not going to get on the field much here. He hasn't done much at all since it's been 5 years, right? Since 2020. So to me, that's really what this is it's a depth signing, and that's where we're landing with this. And the same thing with the third move. They signed cornerback Shaun Wade, former 5th round pick. He's played for the Ravens, Patriots, Chargers, 6'1", 191. He's going to be cornerback 5. Right, like we have our cornerbacks, right? You got Jalen Johnson, you got Kyler Gordon, Terrell Smith, Josh Blackwell, like Tyreek Stevenson. This is going to be cornerback 5. So to me, I'm not going to overanalyze this move as much. Same thing with the Miles Boykin signing. These are also all quality depth signings, if you will. If they get on the field, it's usually a bad thing because there's too many injuries happening. But for depth purposes, I don't mind it at all. The biggest one I think is going to be just the Case Keenum signing from a mentorship perspective. Hopefully he can help Caleb Williams. Hopefully he can help Tyson Bagent and mentor those guys. But overall, these are all fine signings for me for the Chicago Bears. I think they all serve a purpose, and I think the roster is shaking out pretty well here as far as overall big picture perspective. So let me know what you guys think about the moves. I like them all, honestly speaking. That's where I'm at with it. Leave a comment down below with your thoughts. As always, thanks for watching.